It's almost an iconic American image, amber waves of grain stretching upward to the North Dakota skies. More than just a family tradition, wheat harvesting in North Dakota is a tradition established by the area itself. The wide open spaces and the vast stretches of prairie land make this region the prime location for half of the nation's supply of wheat. 19,000 of the state's 30,000 farmers grow wheat, producing 30 million bushels each year. Not a bad production rate considering the state has fewer people than the city of Indianapolis. Hard spring wheat stands out as the aristocrat of wheat for bread baking due to its high protein content and strong gluten characteristics. This particular wheat was planted in early spring and after 80 to 100 days is ready for harvest. The harvest begins in earnest when the wheat has turned a golden brown. Farmers walk the fields gathering handfuls of wheat from the crop. They rub the wheat head in their hands, blowing away the chaff and chew some of the grain. If the kernels are hard and make a gummy substance as they're chewed, the farmers know the wheat is ready to be cut. Fleets of combines cut the grain from the field, separate the wheat kernels from the wheat plant, and clean the grain all at the same time. In 1830, it took 4 people and 2 oxen working 10 hours a day to produce 200 bushels. By 1895, in Bonanza Farms in the Dakotas, it took 6 different people and 36 horses pulling huge harvesters working 10 hours a day to produce 20,000 bushels. The combine was invented to combine each of the harvesting processes into one. Today, one combine with one operator working 10 hours a day can produce upwards of 10,000 bushels and harvest an acre of wheat in less than 6 minutes. When the combine hopper gets full, the wheat is unloaded into a truck, which is then hauled to a storage bin on the farm or a grain elevator in a nearby town. But wheat isn't the only crop Sproule Farms harvests in the fall in North Dakota. The sugar beet harvest is a staple fall event throughout the communities in North Dakota's Red River Valley. Sugar beets contain a leafy green top and a large root that contains a high concentration of sucrose. After their 4 to 6 month growing season, the sugar beet root is 3 to 5 pounds in weight, 15 to 18% of which is sucrose. A machine called a defoliator utilizes a series of blades to chop the leaf and crown from the root. The beet harvester covers 12 rows at a time, lifts the root, and removes excess soil from the root in a single pass over the field. The beets are then dumped into a truck as the harvester moves down the field. Harvest of the sugar beets begins in the fall, with the major harvest campaigns beginning in the first week of October, so long as temperature permitting. Timing is everything in this process. The farmers need to wait until the crop is mature, but be completed with the harvest before it freezes. Add to that the unpredictability of the North Dakota weather in October, and one can only imagine the anxiety coursing through the farmers' veins. Farmers and temporary workers tirelessly gather sugar beets, running the machines 24 hours a day. A steady stream of trucks transfers the beets to the piling stations where the beets are stored before they're hauled to factories. Field corn and soybeans round out the North Dakota harvest season. These particular crops are gathered nearly in the same manner by a combine, which cuts the plant and removes the corn or soybeans from it. The farmer begins the harvest of each of these crops when the plant reaches a certain moisture percentage. Once harvested, the corn and soybeans go through a drying process, usually on the farm or in a grain elevator. As soon as that last field is harvested, Sproule Farms heaves a heavy sigh of relief. With the agricultural year now over, the focus transitions to manage and improving the land through practices such as ditching and fall tillage. Soon, the winter sets in, and plans for next year's crop begin its formulation. Sproule Farms' work, like all other farmers, is never truly done.